Hi, friends. Welcome to this week's social emotional learning lesson. Today, we are starting a new unit. We are going to be talking all about springtime and social emotional learning. I know it's not spring yet, but this weather that we've had the past week has made me feel like it's almost springtime. And I think it's a really good time of year to just do some refreshers and figure out areas we can grow. So today's lesson is called Grow Where You Are Planted. Let's get started. As I mentioned, this is a new unit. We are going to do 3 weeks where we are going to talk about growing and learning. So this week, our theme is positive plants. Next week, our theme is goal. And the last week, we are going to do buzzwords. And we're going to learn all about those things in just a little bit. Each week, there is going to be a Canvas assignment. So make sure that you get that completed and turned in, just so that we can see all of your amazing work. This is what we are going to do today. I'll go ahead and read this quote to you. It's one of my favorites. Every plant has their own requirements in order to grow, and so do people. Let me read that again. Every plant has their own requirements in order to grow, and so do people. What does that mean to you? Think about that. What requirements do you have to grow? It can mean growing on the outside, like your body, growing on the inside, your mind and your heart. This is a very busy slide, but I'm going to talk you through every single little bit. In the top left corner, you're going to see a black and white photo or a sepia photo of a man named Abraham Maslow. He was a doctor many years ago, and he decided that humans needed a few things to grow. He calls it the Maslow's hierarchy. Basically, it's just a triangle starting from the bottom and moving towards the top of all of the things that humans need to grow and to succeed in life. Let's start from the bottom. The thing we need first to grow is bodily needs. So things like food and water, staying warm or staying cool when it's hot. After that, we need to feel safe so that we can grow. So that means having a home where we feel safe. Feeling safe in school and in public. After safety, we need love and friendships. We need social connections so that people around us, we need to feel loved and supported by them, and we need to be able to give that love and support back. After love and friendships, we need to feel good about ourselves. So that means having confidence, being aware of what our feelings are and how we can either use them or cool them down, and knowing what to do at different times in our life. And at the tippy top, we have brain smarts. He called this cognitive thinking, but really this is just self-assurance and understanding that you have power over your actions, you're able to make decisions, and you want to make those as wisely and as comfortably as you can so that all of these things support your growth. So these are our requirements to grow. This is a big slide, but I promise you we'll talk more about it in a second. So how do you meet these needs? Needs for your body, safety, social connections, feeling good about yourself, and brain smarts. Well, it's kind of like we're a plant. So as you can see on the right-hand side, I picked out a plant and I wrote me above it. That's me as a plant. Then I have this watering can. And the watering can is watering the plant with a couple different things from Maslow's hierarchy, or from that triangle that we learned about. So I chose for this one confidence, people, warmth, and nutrition. These are just a couple of the things that I need to grow as a person. We are going to make a positive plant. So that's going to be a plant that represents who we are. Then we're going to draw a watering can, and we're going to sprinkle in some of those things that we need from the hierarchy triangle. I'll talk you through it step by step. Let's draw. So these are the things that you will need. You can pause this video and go grab them if you need to. You need a paper, pencil, or some sort of drawing utensil, colored pencils, crayons, or markers to give your picture some color, and turn on your thinking cap and your creative brain. Go ahead and get those items, and then come back when you're ready. So let's start with our watering can. Here's just a really easy sort of tutorial that I found online, and it talked me through how to draw my watering can. It made me feel a little bit more confident as I was working on it. You start with a circle, and you add a little box at the bottom of the circle. Give yourself the handle, and then draw on the spout with some water droplets. I am actually going to do a tutorial myself, just showing you how I made my picture. And so you don't have to pay too much attention to this, but you can go back to this slide if you need a step-by-step process without my video. Here's some inspiration for what you might want to choose as your plant. So there's some cacti, some succulents and aloe, some really fun herb-looking plants, some flowers. You can choose whatever plant you feel like represents who you are as a person, or you can just choose your favorite plant, one that you really like or one that you have at home. So this is just a little inspiration for you. Again, you can go back to this slide at any time if you'd like. And here's some ideas for your growing requirements. So how will you water your positive plant? What do you need to have coming out of the spout of your watering can? These are just a few words that I could think of that apply to that triangle, that Maslow's hierarchy that we were talking about. So you need breath, you need food, hugs, smiles, warmth. Again, you can go back to this slide at any time if you need inspiration. All right, so here's what mine looked like. I'm going to show you what, oh, my screen went away. There we go. Let me go back. Here's what mine looked like. Let me show you what I did for my picture. And I'm going to show this to you step by step. So if you want to draw with me while we're doing this, you can. So first I drew the circle. Now I'm working on that box below the circle. Now I'm going to do the handle of my watering can. Now I'm going to add the spout, where all of my words are going to pour out from. Giving it a little circle at the top. I'm going to add some little dots to it, which are the holes where the water can come out. Now I'm going to move along. I'm going to draw lines that are going to move downward. And that's just so that I can write my words on them. That's just to kind of help me figure out where I want my words to be. Now I'm going to start working on my plant. So first I'm going to draw the pot, which is really just kind of like a rounded box with a lipped edge. Now I'm going to start drawing some stalks or stems for my plant. So I do 3 or 4 here. Now I'm going to draw the petals and the actual flower. I decided my plant was going to be a bouquet of flowers. And I tried to use different textures and shapes for the petals because I didn't want it to be all the same flower. I wanted to have some variety. There's my second flower. My third flower. And there's my fourth flower. Now I'm going to go back in and I'm going to write some of those words to water my positive plant. So some of the requirements that I need. So I wrote warmth is one requirement I need to grow. Love is another requirement that I need to grow. And then I wrote yummy food. Everybody needs yummy food to grow. And those words are kind of coming out of my watering can. So that's what I ended up doing for my picture. And then I colored it in. And when I was done, it looked like this. Added some color and shading. I wrote over the words with some markers, so it was really easy to see. And then I tried to make the words look like they were coming out of the spout by adding a little bit of water behind it. So this is my positive plant with my requirements that I need to grow. I can't wait to see what yours looks like. Again, remember, you can go back to those slides that I have previously with how to draw the watering can, what kind of plant you might want to use for inspiration for your positive plant, and then also some words that you can use as inspiration for your requirements, what you need to grow. So just remember, you can go back to those if you would like. And how's your plant looking? I can't wait to see what you decided to do. So don't forget to upload a picture of your plant to Canvas. And if you'd like to include a video with it, just explaining your process of creating your positive plant with the requirements that it needs to grow, I would love to watch those videos and hear from you. I will be here. If you need anything from me, just please feel free to reach out. And I will see you next week so that we can continue with our springtime SEL lessons. Bye.